This set of calendar pieces could be used at the end of kindergarten or even at the beginning of first grade. You'll notice that we're talking about word form, 18, 17, 19, 20. So we're practicing the word form and practicing how the numbers are being spelled, which is a skill that students need to know in kindergarten. We are also reviewing vocabulary of geometry. Again, the consistent spiraling of geometry will help so much when you get into the actual teaching the unit of geometry. If you teach it as a unit one time in the year, it's difficult for students to hold on to the vocabulary, but if you are constantly spiraling it through your teaching and reviewing it and having the kids do the math talk with the correct vocabulary, naming the shapes, you'll notice a great increase in understanding. So you can talk with the students about 3D versus 2D, what the attributes of each shape are, talking about face. And you can also introduce angles and vertices, edges, sides, corners. That's the kind of vocabulary, again, students at this age pick up on that vocabulary, so it's important for you to use that correct terminology, even with 5-year-olds. It's a lot easier to learn the correct vocabulary than call it something different each year until you get to 4th grade and then introduce the correct vocabulary. So we really believe in naming the correct vocabulary even at the age of 5. These, if you have ever taught the upper grades, are flips and turns and slides. That's not really how we're using it necessarily with kindergartners, but using those positioning words, that the heart was facing up. Now you notice that the top of the heart is facing to the right, and you can have that conversation about using those position words. Also, you will see that we are in a number line, and towards the end of kindergarten, students should know that a number line doesn't always have to start at 0 or start at 1. It does continue on, and you can talk about 20, 21, what comes after 21, 22. How do you know? This one has 2 10s and a 1, so we know that we would still have 2 10s and now 2 1s. We are simply counting by ones. There's no skip counting. Here we have 25. We have a number, 28. Having the students know, okay, well, it doesn't look like they're skipping by 2s or 5s or anything like that. So we have 25. What comes after 25? 26, 27, and then 28. You can also talk about what that means as far as a number sentence if you're using these in first grade. So you have 25, 1, 2, 3. You have added 3 more to get 28. You could also use it as a subtraction problem, 28. And if you wanted to talk about subtraction, 28, and now you want to go back, 27, 26, 25, 25, and you subtract 3, 28, and you subtract 3, you will get 25. Here we have 24 and 26. What number comes between 24 and 26? That would be 25. What number comes before 24? That would be 23. Now we have 28 and 29. These tens, decade numbers, are sometimes tricky for kids. So 28, 29, 30. Then you can count backwards. 30, 29, 28, 27 would be the missing number. These are all great math conversations to have with kids.